Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to King of Dragon Pass. Let's see what the next year holds for Clan Dragon. Okay, reputation has dropped a little bit. The God Talkers warn that the coming harvest will be very poor. Oh, man. They said the gods felt close, and this year would be good for hero questing. Well... Alright, well, let's put 2 into crops, 1 into herds, 1 into diplomacy, 1 into war, 2 into quests. Let's go. We need to get more cattle. Shamans, return to your Tula. We heard that you were harmed in fighting with the turtles. You have been good to us in the past. They, on the other hand, recently treated us with great rudeness. If you reward us well, we will send spirits to lay waste to their crops and lame their horses or to wither their sword arms. You suggest, how dare you suggest such villainy? Why is it the horse's fault that the turtles raid us? It is no worse to send spirits against an enemy clan than to wet our swords on their blood. Of course, the enemy clan will not see it that way. How much to lame their horses? How much to lay waste to their crops? How much to wither their sword arms? If nearby clans hear that we have chastised these crude shamans, they will think us honorable and good. There's no worse thing we can do to them. There's no worse thing we can do to... Okay, I was misreading the first part. Than make their crops fail. If something happens to their horses, we will be able to trade horses to them at a high price. The same is true with grain, if ill fate should befall their crops. Our magic is strong. Turtles' divination will not point towards us. And spirit talkers are frequently willing to bargain. Okay, how much to lame their horses? They ask for wealth worth 10 cows. Oh yeah, I'll pay what they ask. We paid what they asked, and they contacted the spirits for us. And not long after, we heard that the turtles performed a divination to find who had sent bad spirits against them, but do not seem to suspect us. Okay, well in that case, let's try trading with them. Where are the turtles? Okay, let's sell goods and horses and buy food. Large caravan, 4 weapon thanes, 11 footmen, and let's go. Too many hunters, it's fine. A group of refugees come to your Tula seeking help. They seem to be Orlanthi. We sought land to the west of here, and were captured and enslaved by cruel horse nomads. Loving freedom, we escaped, yet our escape has cost us much. We beg you to aid us. Let's see. Send them to the 6 brothers. Our people have a long tradition of taking remnant peoples and adopting them as our own. You know, our food's not so hot. 340. These people are Orlanthi. We should be treated as such. We can't afford to take on more Carls. We don't have enough cows, and they can tend some. If we adopt them in the traditions of our ancestors, our clan magic will be strengthened. Turn them away. Good thing we came to this part of Dragon Pass instead of heading west. Let's send them to a neighboring clan. You were saying the 6 brothers. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Alright. We still need to do a trade mission, so... goods for food with the beaker ducks. Large caravan. Our caravan is back from the turtles. We weren't able to trade at all. They couldn't spare any food. Okay. That is very disappointing. How are we doing on our patrols? We need to bump this up a bit. Use some more weapon thanes. Are they... Yeah, there's 4 that are wounded. Clan mood is worried, but farmers and weapon thanes feel resolved. We still need to get some food. I'm waiting on the beaker ducks to come back, so let's try trading with the wolves. Alright, the Boscovi have a new chief, Hendrik. He is known for his selfishness and his Alex braiding. Their former chief, Orlerant, died of shame when a poet composed a scathing satire touching on his misdeeds. An emissary from the Six Brothers thanked us for sending them not only much-needed carls, but an opportunity to prove their valor. The horse spawn came to recapture their thralls, but the great Six Brothers warriors drove them back. The emissary gifted us with silver rings. Caravan is back from the Beaker Ducks. We traded 26 cows worth of goods for 40 bushels of food. They had some large huts that contained food, but no cattle or other animals. Okay, well, we're up to 195. I'm not sure that that's great, but... Orl Kensor, a small steadholder, accuses Corlamon, his neighbor from the Tedanling clan, of moving the boundary stones between their pastures. Corlamon denies this and complains that Orl Kensor is trying to use the clan chief to steal from him. Let's see. I'm tempted to side with Orl Kensor just because screw the Tedanlings. Both Orl Kensor and Corlamon are certain that they are right. Tell Orl Kensor to drop his claim. It is difficult to say for certain, but something tells me that Orl Kensor's claim is unjust. Once there was a boundary dispute between Barntar and Elmal. Yermal solved the problem by getting them drunk and then moving all the boundary stones in the valley. The amount of pasture in question means much to Orl Kensor and Corlamon, but means little to the prosperity of the clan. Tell them to resolve the dispute by arm wrestling. Perhaps there is another way for the men to compete. I'm not sure about this. Well, let's tell them to resolve it by arm wrestling. After an epic day of matches and rematches, the two became inseparable friends and ended their dispute. Well, that works, I guess. We're still going to drive them off. Ooh, that is so bad. We got to do a slaughter. God, I'm down to 44 horses now. Let's get up to 70. There we go. Alright, let's try this. There we go. Our caravan is back from the wolves. We weren't able to trade at all. They couldn't spare any food. God. Okay, well, our harvest is starting to come in now, at least. We don't have enough oxen to plow our fields. It takes 320 to plow all of our cropland. We only have 280. Sacrificing to Barntar will help. That is true. But I think it's a... Well, we've got a swine blessing. I think preserve might be a good idea right now. Alright, we really need to do some cattle raiding, but this isn't a good time. Could upgrade to Plow Song. Allows our oxen to plow more land. $11 cows, 35 sheep, 10 pigs, and 40 goods. Well, I've got 163 goods, so I'm actually going to sacrifice for Plow Song. Let's go with 15 goods. Sacrifice was favorably received. And our Lesta, priestess of Maran Gor, mother of earthquakes, pays you a visit. You have done honor to Maran Gor, who is not often honored. Feared, yes. Honored, no. It may be that we are prepared to give you a gift, should you continue to deserve such a thing. The favor of Maran Gor may bring us power, but it will also make others fear us. Ask Arlesta to be more specific about her gift. If we enter into an agreement with this terrible goddess, it must be one which we are sure we can keep. Maran Gor is Ronaldo's grim sister. She brings terrible destruction to those who incur the wrath of the earth. The opportunity to pay homage to Maran Gor is gift enough. The favor of Maran Gor may bring us power, but it will also make others fear us. Arlesta's gift will not come without cost. If we refuse, we must do so politely. The more Maran Gor's priestesses like us, the more powerful her gift will be. Maran Gor isn't so bad. Yermol stole her skirt once, and she didn't kill him. Just dismembered him a couple of times. See? Perfectly reasonable. Let's go ahead and gift her with rings of silver. Rings and silver. I mean, I got plenty of goods. How about 25? After receiving our token of respect, she gave us Maran Gor's gift, a clod of sacred earth that needed several clans' god-talkers to work. She told us that it would make a rumbling noise when it was ready to use, and that it would bring the wrath of her mistress down on those who opposed our aims. But we would have to carefully decide when to use it, for it would work only once. A number of the clan's leading women approach the ring again. Their leader has another list of complaints. With Randan still as chief, Yaransor says, this clan is headed downhill. Our friends, the Six Brothers, ridicule our ancestors. The Konthaso send curses that sour our milk and make our bread taste like straw. At home, things are no better. He constantly favors the men. He sings off-key. It's time we had a new chief. What does my singing voice have to do with anything? This is just the trumped-up complaints of a troublemaker. We don't need to waste our time with them. Do nothing. If we replaced our clan chief every time someone had a complaint, we would be doing nothing but holding elections. Randan was made chief according to the laws of our clan, and should remain chief until he breaks them. When the will of the people repeats its demand for a new chief, the wise ring listens. Request Randan's resignation. The Carls have no particular complaints about Randan. Remind them of their duty to follow the chosen leaders. They're not interested in anything less than Randan's resignation. A Carl has no right to complain about our chief, even if he's not doing as good a job as I could. I think she does have, well, she doesn't. Her leadership is only good. We could outlaw you, Yaransor. What do you think of that? Even if you're right about his singing. Remind them of their duty. Yaransor replied, you are forgetting the first law. No one can make you do anything, and we're certainly not going to do anything Randan says. Yaransor repeats her complaints. Who put you up to this, Yaransor? It's no secret that Leica would make a far better chief than you, Randan. Yaransor repeats her complaint. I'm not sure who Leica is. Dispute their allegations. We're just gonna do nothing then. Clan Ring reaffirmed their support of Randan. Yaransor said that Randan was not the only foolish person in the clan, on the clan council, but hoped that the ring would eventually listen to reason. So, is there a Leica in the group? There is. She does have excellent leadership, to be fair. I suppose I could have put her on there, but we should have an Orlanthi. Alright, you're getting pretty old, so we are going to choose you to go out and have some fun with the Crags Fighter. The crops did not do well this year. On top of that, our sacred time rituals for the crops and herds both seem to have failed this year. We won't be able to feed everyone this coming year. We might consider slaughtering extra animals or asking other clans to give or trade food. Holy cow. I mean, part of the problem is the high population I have, but I mean, I keep trying to trade for food. All right. I guess we're just gonna like send everyone out. Everyone who is not on the clan ring, who is in Asaris. Can't afford to send too many weapon things. Large, buy food, sell goods. Let's go for the Six Brothers. A large avalanche cut off the only route to the Six Brothers clan. We will wait until warmer weather before attempting to trade again. And a creature, the likes of which you have never seen before, hails the guards on your perimeter. He introduces himself as Mathrania, the Magnificent, and requests a parley with the clan ring. Let's see. If it does not mean us harm, we're better to keep it outside our fortifications. There used to be creatures like this all over the continent, but in most places they are just memories. The paraphernalia he carries is clearly that of a magician. He looks exhausted. Let's extend him full hospitality. Never slap a hand outstretched to you in friendship. The paraphernalia he carries is clearly that of a magician. Let's get him inebriated and see if he spills any dragon secrets. We'll invite him to the market square. He won't fit in our clan hall, so... your people are remembered here. It is said that you believe in 6 social virtues, assuming for the sake of arguments that you had to choose between them. Which virtue would you say is the most important? Obedience is the most important, for without it, the other virtues cannot be enforced. Justice is the most important. All of the written authorities say so. Provision is the most important, for without food, all other questions are moot. We shall not be interrogated on our most precious beliefs by a well-dressed skink. Hospitality is the most important. Without it, King Hjort's ring would never have enumerated the other virtues. Also say decline to answer. Let's not waste time arguing over what is correct. Let's figure out who he wants, figure out what he wants to hear. I'm gonna go with hospitality. Well, actually, no, obedience, I'm sorry. I misremembered. I think that's the one that he wants to hear. He thanked us for our answer. He gave us an archaic form of the parting words and left. It's still dark season. Let's continue to try and trade. Six Brothers, not even our hardiest weapon things. Okay. Now it's storm season. This is when I wanted to do a hero quest. Let's try it. Alright, so, Glorantha Naroka, Lankermai finds the truth. I think that this might be the one that we want to go with. Lankermai made a voyage to regain the lost truth. This quest can learn new myths, make our leader or the quester wiser. I think make our leaders wiser would be better. Fight darkness, defend against chaos, learn more about the land of Dragon Pass. Let's call on the Hendarti. They've always been good friends to us. People have gathered their magic to help propel Ophir into the realm of the gods, although the Hendart refused our request for assistance. This myth begins in the Great Darkness, after Yurmal found the truth and twisted it all around so that no one can recognize it, and after Asaris mistakenly sells it to a god far away. If chaos is to be defeated, the truth must be found again and untwisted. What benefits does Ophir seek from his quest. Fight darkness, grant knowledge to our people, learn about Dragon Pass, learn the secrets of a myth, make the quester stronger, strengthen us against chaos. I thought it could make the leaders stronger. I think, well, I guess we'll go with strengthen us against chaos, then. It's not the one that it's not what I would have liked, but, you can bring helpers from your clan to make the parts of Asaris and Stormbowl in the myth, to take the parts of Asaris and Stormbowl in the myth, or you can go alone, hoping to meet those two deities when you arrive there. Don't really have a good choice for Stormbowl. Decent, parts for Asaris. We'll bring helpers from our clan, though. Okay, who will take the role of Asaris? Right, alright. Your bargaining is renowned, your combat is excellent, so I guess you'll be Stormbowl. And... wait, what? Oh, right. Choose. Who will take the role of Stormbowl? Okay, and Garna said that although the god she'd sold the truth to was across the Great Water, she knew a special shortcut that would take Ophir there, by land. The land is beset by all varieties of chaos beasts. You might enjoy cataloging them, knowing one, but Rostikos will enjoy killing them even more. And indeed, you encounter many types of chaos creatures, including Brews, Gorps, Slimekin, Ghouls, and Crushed Kids. Finally, while traveling through a ruined city, the group is attacked by a gigantic chaos thing, one whose name can only be pronounced by the dead. Well, that is pretty creepy, isn't it? Let's see. I don't actually remember what the correct option is here. Let me go pull that up. Obviously, many different ones can succeed in these situations, but I would at least like to try the one that's supposed to work first. I gotta remember where I left that. Should have pulled this up first. Alright, okay. Let's go ahead and let Stormbowl fight alone. Rostikos defeated the chaos creature, slaying it utterly. And Garna leads Ophir and Rostikos to a far distant place, across the ocean and far to the south. Fortunately, she knows a shortcut, and they are able to get there without any need for a boat. When they arrive, their way is blocked by guardians who insist that Ophir must undergo a meeting test with them. I name one skill, and we compete against each other in that skill. Then you name a skill, and we compete with one another in that skill. Let's see. We want to try to win one contest and lose the other. The first contest was proposed by the foreigner. It was a contest to see who could stand the most pain. The foreigner won that contest, without Ophir trying to lose. He suggested a memorizing contest, which he then won. The foreigners smiled and clapped Ophir on the back. They gave him a gift of magic and sent him on his way. Asaris takes Ophir through the shortcut that leads to the faraway place where he sold the truth. But he becomes distracted, showing more interest in an argument between mastodons and saber-toothed tigers and in taking Ophir to the gods that bought the truth. The truth is more important than reconciliation. The truth is more important than squabbling animals. Without the truth, there can be no trade. Without the truth, there can be no travel. Without truth, there can be no reconciliation. Well, he is the trading god, so let's say that without the truth, there can be no trade. Asaris told him that his words were petty. Asaris left without helping Ophir find the god who bought the truth. Oh, goody. Well, this is fantastic. Ophir is lost in the realm of the gods. He looks for light, but finds only darkness. He gasps for air, but his lungs breathe only dust. He seeks warmth, but there is only cold. Call on the gods for aid. Escape by wounding yourself. Escape through calm thinking. Give up. Seek not to escape, but to understand. Use your passion to escape. So, we have, this has definitely gone off the rails now. Yay. I don't actually know what tends to work in this situation. Let's call on the gods for aid. Well, no, let's seek not to escape, but to understand. Oh. Okay. Ophir wanders into the forge of Gustbrand, smith of the gods. Sweating, Gustbrand looks up from his fire, where he was working the bronze bone of an old dead god into a useful thing of metal. Ophir tells Gustbrand of his plight, but Gustbrand says nothing. Ask him to make something for you. Challenge him to an arm wrestling contest. Depart. Leap into Gustbrand's fire. Or trade one of your bones for the bronze bone. Ask him to make something for you. Let's try that. What do you want him to make? A key, a nail, a shield, a sword of a statue of Arnalda, a sword, a wheel. Key? Gustbrand made the key Ophir requested. Ophir used the key to open a door back to the realm of mortals, where the people welcomed him. They were glad to see Ophir again, but disappointed that the quest had failed. And, Brandbrigg is, up meeting the, Crag Spider. Attack! We got a little bit of magic. They broke free of their captors to attack the Crag Spider, who incinerated them with scarcely a twitch of her brow. Although Brandbrigg and the expedition never returned, the ancestors said that they had died fighting trolls, our ancient enemies. It must have been a mighty battle, because their sacrifice strengthened our magic. And we're being raided by the Old Owls. 17 horsemen, 121 swordsmen, we have 19 weapon thanes, and 141 of the feared. Well, let's use that magic we just got. Sacrifice to Glorantha, drive them off, and skirmish. We'll go ahead and use the gray net just in case. Well, we didn't lose anyone, but we harassed the Old Owls with javelins as they charged, but it did little good. Fierce fighting ensued. Our magic overcame theirs, but it was not enough. We were driven from the battlefield, and the Old Owls made off with 3 horses. Well, at least it's just 3 horses, but still low on horses. Alright, things are not doing so well. 38 babies were born. We initiated 24 children as adults. The clan has 19 more people, 47 fewer head of cattle, 10 more horses, and 191 fewer sheep than we had last Sacred Time. We produced 943 and ate 115 bushels of food. 39 were lost due to spoilage. Crafters produced 96 cows worth of goods. Our market made a profit of 11 cows worth of goods. So things could be a lot better. But we'll see if we can improve on the situation next year. See you then, everyone.